It saddens me that, you know, I'm going to call it for what it's worth, that even within the municipal court with 15 judges on the bench, while the majority do agree with our programs, support our programs, and I mean strongly, there are a few who it doesn't make a difference. You need to lock them up. And even when you can show, as we did with this last year, a savings of $1.2 million for the city and the county, it's still lock them up. But what I have to do is not so much feel saddened by it as much as I do encouraged, and look at it as the opportunity that you creating a barrier for me just further tells me that my work isn't done, that I need to keep spreading the news, keep talking about how wonderful these programs are. The last program, we had to start a heroin court recently. Most people in Franklin County don't realize that, you know, heroin is back like it was 20 years ago. I've been in meetings with the mayor, with the council members, with commissioners that are talking about, you know what, this is back with a vengeance. So we have a separate court just for heroin addicts.
And I was shocked to see that it was back on the rise, but
it's huge.
Yeah, and people are just hurting.
Are we the only city that's doing this, or is this? I mean,
no. The state of Ohio is, you know, for a lot of things that have been challenges, we are really at the forefront. Justice Stratton, who will soon be retiring, has been pushing specialty dockets across the country. But because she's with the Ohio Supreme Court, we've kind of got the benefit of having her here. She certainly has pushed this. She pushed us most recently to start a military and veterans docket that's called MAVs for those who are returning home from the war. So the specialty dockets are nothing new to the state of Ohio. I think their significance and importance are being spread across the nation. But you know, what I encourage is for people to get out, call your local courts. If there isn't one that's existing for mental health or drug court, call out, find out who the administrative judge is, find out who can make a difference in your community. And sometimes it starts with the smallest story, as we saw this afternoon, which got me here, and it can end with the biggest bang, which is a positive outcome for everyone, but especially the families. While the cost savings is going to be there, it's more important for me to have the saving of lives.
So what's next for you? I mean, your passion and your power is just boundless, and I'm so excited about what you're doing with it, because you know, power and passion can make you go, you know, this direction, or it can make you jaded, because you get mad that change isn't happening fast enough. But you seem to be navigating that well. So what's next for you?
One is to stay humble. I've been texting all night over here, just making sure that my children are taken care of, and they are by my partner. She's doing fantastic.
Thank you for your sacrifice of time,
but
or
also,
your investment of time.
Also to keep in mind that, you know, with this power, I have none, but I do have a great sense of responsibility, and I feel like to much is given, much is expected, and I have been given such a great experience. I grew up in the city of Columbus. I still live in Central Ohio. I still talk to and go to the old neighborhood meetings over at Columbus East. But I think more importantly, the next step for me is to go to work tomorrow and conquer whatever task is in front of me. We are putting together a CLE. We were doing this in conjunction with the Public Defender's Office. One, because there are a lot of attorneys who, when you go through law school, you don't learn about mental illness, you don't learn about substance abuse. So tomorrow's CLE is, exactly, tomorrow's CLE is just for that purpose, to educate the attorneys. The next training that we'll do is the flip, explaining to the community and teaching the community as well as social service providers, what does it mean to go into a courthouse? How do you go into a courthouse? Who do you address when you go into a courtroom? Most people don't know, and again, while I say that's wonderful,
it's still, what you don't know can hurt you.
And it will hurt you. It absolutely will hurt you.
Well, just real quick, because I think we have a couple minutes left, about 2 minutes exactly. I go to jail, and you know, you say that, what do I do from there to get into that court?
Wonderful question. The first thing that you do, usually you're going to have an attorney. 92% of the cases, or 96% of the cases in Franklin County are handled by the Public Defender's Office. You say to that public defender truthfully, because what you need to know is we will do assessments and we will collect collateral records after you sign a release of information. Nothing we move forward with without your permission. But if you want to be considered, you have to say to your attorney, sometimes you have to say to the judge will refer. Sometimes it's the prosecutor. I'm not trying to commit or to give you excuses for why I committed a crime, but I have to tell you where I am in my life and how isolated I've been or how detached I've been and how I want to take responsibility. But I have a mental illness and I have a substance abuse problem, and I'm willing to surrender to the fact that I can't do this anymore.
Incredible.
And that takes incredible steps because a lot of times people just aren't ready to make that particular step, and it sounds like one of the important keys that can help them in this situation.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Wow, incredible. You know, Andrea, I'm
thank you.
boxing. Yeah, that is seriously incredible. And we appreciate your time, and we could talk for hours on this.
I
We
know,
really
we
could.
both could, because I want to keep pulling it out. You help me.
I tell you, well, you know, our office does. We do forums and public forums, and so I think that what we'll do is we'll have to follow up on this, and we look forward to having CTV there, because what you talk about and being able to navigate and being able to have these steps, I think we really should hone in on that. And that's something that maybe we can help in to help get that out to the community, to educate them on this, on the programs that you have to offer, that they have to offer, but then also just that navigation so that those persons don't aren't lost out, aren't fall through the cracks. So that's our minute. We had a minute to go. Appreciate your time.
You took it all.
And I took it all because I wanted to get that in. So we appreciate you, our viewing audience, for being a part of the program. We hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you, Miss Toni Teague, co-host, as being here as always, in your holiday garb here, holidays and what have you. I love it, a little flurry, but I love it. All right, well, have a great holidays, and we'll see you next year. Take care.